Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 166. This I'm discussing episodes 69 through 72 of Gorenger. And with these episodes, I have 12 more left to go for the entire series of Gorenger. Yes, 12 more to go. 69 is the debut of one big thing with this particular series. A new weapon, the vacuum. And as far as I can tell, I believe this is the last new weapon introduced in the series. Though this episode does start a brief trend for a few episodes where when the M ball basically put up in the air, everyone just touches it, and then you have Aka Rangers kick the damn thing, and basically whatever happens to the monster just blows up right afterwards. Which is interesting. They don't do it in 72 per se, but they do for 6971. Now, who are the monsters for these 4 episodes, you might ask? Well, yeah. Now, the monsters we have for these 4 episodes are Pineapple Mask. This is when we use the vacuum. Tire Mask. Though for some reason this one does bring back the silly sound for some reason. I'm not sure why. Piano Mask and Anchor Mask. Yes, Pineapple Mask. Now in the case of this one, trying to find the Gorenger base. That's mainly the plot of this one. And one way to do it is do potted plants of pineapples. Yes. Now, I love pineapples. I think the fruit is delicious. It may be a sweet fruit per se, but I love pineapples. And yeah, this was a strange one per se. We have pineapple with like a camera inside. Like, that's an interesting idea. Did they find a base? Not really, no, because they discovered that of course, you have Yellow Rangers wakes up from a. Apparently, the Gold Rangers sleep in their headquarters, which is interesting. Yes, a lot of the time, whenever they have these things, sometimes they will sleep at their base, or they have those separate apartments. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, per se. It depends on the season, per se. If you look at something like Bioman, for example, do they ever stay at the base? No, not really. Okay. How about Jock? No, not that I can think of. A lot of the ones they don't really do it at all. Though the one I think they might have done it is maybe Bad Hoover J. But it doesn't happen very often. Because usually they have their own apartments. They don't usually sleep in the main base operations. Which I thought was quite funny. So, by the way, how this monster is defeated? Have the M ball turned to a giant knife. And slice up the pineapple mask head. That's it. Yeah, that was an interesting plot. I like this one. In the case of 70 Tire Mask, this one is basically like, oh, let's just basically just have it where the main plot of this one is simply, oh, get this. Apparently the plan is to destroy the Van Allen belt in order to radiate the surface of the planet. I'm like, damn. That's a very original move. And you might be curious, though, in a lot of the other Sentai I've seen since the ones that come out since then, have any villains ever actually did this again? The answer is no. None have ever tried this. This is the one and only time this ever happened. And how they want to do this? Via an H-bomb. Yes, an H-bomb detonated in the atmosphere apparently will destroy the Van Allen belt. In order to prevent cosmic rays from radiating the surface. And they have like a rocket. Though apparently, when I can tell from the rocket footage, when they show it, it looks like the same footage from the Gorenger movie they had just prior to this one, the Hurricane Bomber, which took place between episodes 56 57. It's like when they showed the actual rocket, it looks like the same missile they used in the movie, which is interesting. Yeah, and it's called the Earth Unshielded Plan. That's most of this one is. But it's a good, basically, world building. It's a good, basically, epic story. First episode, I thought it was really good. And at one point, you have Aka Ranger even get briefly held hostage inside the rocket. Now, you might be curious, though. Is this the only time he's been captured? Oh, no. This is like the 4th or 5th time this has happened. So, it's a recurring thing he gets captured. In the case of episode 71, what is the plan of Black Ops Army? To move the Earth off its axis. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would basically cause a lot of disasters. And to distract from people who are researching this, have the piano monster do an image of a beautiful woman who is a ballerina. Yes. And of course, that piano. Oh, by the way the thing is beaten is basically having like a doll apparently has and exploding, which I thought was interesting. Tire Mask is defeated by an air pump. Yes, an air pressure pump. And in the case of the fourth and final monster, which he is Anchor Mask, by the way. Yeah, this one mostly is a Our Ranger episode because Varum gets captured. It's basically shot down by the Black Ops Army. And their plan is to reverse engineer the damn thing and destroy the original. That's most of the plan is. And of course, this episode is noteworthy for the return of the Commander, who had been absent for 10 straight episodes. Yes, he had been there for the first 61 episodes all in a row, never missed an episode, even if he was there for just a couple scenes. He was at least there. And then for some strange reason, for 10 straight episodes, he was just not there. Yeah, he was credited as being those episodes, but he was not there. Not at all, which I thought that'd be strange. By the way, his only involvement is be the base operations, be there for like 2 quick scenes, and that's it. He's only on screen this episode for less than about 3 minutes. It's a very quick appearance, and you could say he does anything in the episode. He just gives some orders, he got a few lines, but it's almost like they just brought him back, had basically given him vacation for about 2 months. Yes. So, why was he off TV for about 10 straight episodes? I don't think in the case of Yellow Ranger, where they gave an explanation for that. In the episode, they never got an explanation why he was not there. It almost seems as though, basically, when he was not there, like all the Gorengers go in the field, including 007, and it looked like the base was completely abandoned. Because the other two agents just basically stopped appearing. Like, right after, basically, he shows up. Yeah. The one thing interesting, though, that the talking bird he had in his shop, yeah, for some reason, this character stopped appearing after episode 61. Yeah, it's almost like, oh, let's just basically drop the silliness of the series to go more serious. Yeah. And aside from the fact 72 is his return, there's nothing else really noteworthy, aside from the major plan of 72. And basically, like, Anchorman is defeated by, oh, let's get back his tiny boat which sinks and blows up. Yeah, that's literally what happens in that episode. Like, what happens, how they beat it. Yeah, quite interesting. I'd say you got 2 really big epic stories and 2 okay stories at the very least. Nothing really groundbreaking in the case of this one. Oh, reverse engineer the Varum to basically cause some damage. Okay. Not the first time they've actually considered, since this thing showed up, either destroy it or basically just, reverse engineer it. Yep. That's pretty much it for Stickler View. Stay tuned for next week, which is going to be, more Super Sentai discussing 4 more episodes of the series, okay? See you. Bye.